that I can have since 2014. So especially for the last year, it was really bad. I was basically working and sleeping, working and sleeping. So I started, when we had the hypnosis, that kind of like opened and released so much energy stack that I had in my body. And I think a lot of connected, remember, to my mother's womb, all the trauma that I had. And then I started having, I had acupuncture. So all of this is, if I tell you how I feel now, I'm feeling like 60% better.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
And I was barely functioning because I have to work like everybody else. We have bills to pay, and I love my job, but it's still, like you, it's a lot of energy that you put into it. So it's been like something just lifted out of my mind. And I'm looking forward to learning also because I would like to do that for the Hispanic community. I would like to do the past life regression. I believe in that. I believe that we carry so much stuff from previous lifetimes
Mhm.
and that we're not even aware. And when you just come into contact and you know exactly what is it that you are dealing with, that is sometimes not even related to this lifetime, it's related to past, and it's like something just lifts out of your body, and you start feeling so much better. So I do have faith in all the types of energy works.
Yeah, this is very true. Oh my gosh, it makes me so happy that you're feeling, did you say
Oh
6
yes, big
better?
time. Big diff-
And
Yeah.
so how is your physical health? How are you doing in terms of like the cancer that you've been through, your other health ailments? Have you seen relief in these?
Other than that, I was always very healthy prior to having the cancer, but I think I went through a lot of stress. Remember that I told you that I got myself in a cycle that I couldn't get out. Other than that, I just go for my regulars. It's been 11 years. It was stage one. I don't even think of, I used to celebrate it every year. For the last 4 years, it's like, oh, it's been another year. So kind of like, I don't like pink anymore. So I forgot, I eat healthy, but I learned even more to manage my stress. And also, I think it happens to me because I had to learn a lesson. To be honest, I would not be the same person that I am having I been through that experience. The same way with you, like I was listening to your story. So I'm grateful for the cancer, to be honest, because I'm a better person. I have a lot of cancer patients, and when they tell me I feel awful, I know because somebody said it's in your head. No, it's like really bad. So it kind of like gave me that sense of more empathy, how all the tools that I have tried, and maybe something work for somebody, maybe something work for somebody else. So I'm very grateful for that experience who makes me who I am right now. Like your story. I heard your story, and that was tough. That was
Yeah.
definitely very, very difficult.
It's interesting how when you go through hypnosis and you get that relief and you heal from that trauma, from those ailments that are caused from the trauma, it's amazing how what is partnered with that healing is that gratitude for what you learned or you took from it.
Mhm.
I look back and it's not so much about how it led to me being able to have the life that I have now with the people I currently have in my life. It's as it is about how I think of everybody who felt drawn to me because I could relate to them, and how being able to relate and empathize allowed
Mhm.
me to do a much better job as a hypnotist to get to the bottom of their trauma in a
Mhm.
way that I might not have had I not had a level of understanding like I have through my
Mhm.
own life experiences.
Yes.
There's something, yeah, when somebody tells somebody who's in the midst of it about how much better it's gonna get, "Oh, you're gonna help people," it's a very dry statement that sometimes doesn't help or can be taken the wrong way in that moment because 'cause you're in the midst of some of the worst things in your entire life. How could somebody just say that when this is
Mhm.
the worst experience? It's a
Yes.
statement that's best for after they've survived it, and, like, encouragement and for strength, but some things have to be held because they can't be appreciated until you start to get to that point where it's paying off to have been through that to survive that because now you're helping somebody that really, really needs you.
Yes.
You realize now you can show up in ways that you would not have previously had you trained in this work and gone with no experience at all. And to me, I find it very interesting that it makes even the worst life experiences well worth it, I
Yeah.
think, for sure.
Yes, totally. And I think also because I've been doing even prior to the cancer energy work, but it makes me a better, I mean, as you said, because you can relate the empathy level that you learn is beautiful. I mean, just to be able to help somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys, we have 3 more minutes and we're gonna get ready to get started.
I'm gonna turn the light off.
You know the drill to go to the bathroom real quick. I think I might go one
Yeah.
more myself. We're the ones that have to go straight through this, get you comfortable. Everybody else do the same. Make sure you grab your drink, whatever you're going to have while you're watching this. And I got my script. I'm gonna go to the bathroom one more time myself. We got 3 minutes left. We got more people who are pouring into the Zoom and to Substack, so welcome. And then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Here's how it works real quick so you guys know as we get started with the hypnosis. This is a live interactive hypnosis demo. I will be focusing particularly on the people who are in the Zoom because it's easier to see with the chat in front of my face. I will, to the best of my ability, keep up with any questions in Substack. As you see past lives that Yrma may see, or you see future times, any predictions or whatnot, you get to ask questions. I will relay them. As long as they are respectful, as long as they are constructive, they will be raised. This is a really great opportunity to learn about new historic events, depending on if she sees previous events before future events, to learn history through somebody who's seeing, who they were and where they were at the time and through their eyes. And then to ask questions and get to understand the world around you through, in this case, somebody else's subconscious, but you can also, through your own sessions or self-hypnosis, do this as well. This really is to show you the power of the subconscious mind. So I'm really excited to do this. As I've said before, and I'll say it one more time before I take a quick break and we get going. Gosh, I just lost my train of thought, because of course I did. The importance of this in the subconscious, predictions wise, what was I going to say? It'll come back to me. I think basically the bottom line of it is I want to demonstrate that this is another frontier that we haven't really fully begun to tap into. Dolores Cannon just made the vehicle. My hope that you take out of this, even if you're somebody who doesn't agree with me on any front, is that this challenges your ideas about energy, about life and death and in between, and that this begins to challenge any limiting beliefs that you may have on ideas of God, of self, of inner power, and that maybe this will help to grow you in that way and open you up to even doing hypnosis yourself to get some of your own experiences. That's my goal. And if I'm not the one that you should go to because you don't typically resonate with me, I hope that you find a hypnotist that can do this work or consider training and conducting sessions yourself. So it's 4 o'clock. I do want to go. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick and then we're going to get started right away. We got a few more people pouring in and I'm going to change on Zoom. I'm going to make Sam the host. And so Sam, you'll have the ability to add people in and control the room. So I'm going to switch over. Sam is now the host. I'll be right back. Okay, let's get started. All right, let me grab my script. I'm not going to use the script fully just because I've been doing really well without it, but I just have it for key parts that I want to use for deepeners and prompts. Yrma, as we get started here, I just want to check with you. Is there anything going on with you today that you would like to see relief for?
Not today.
Not today? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So we'll just see where the subconscious takes you. All right, my dear friend, let's do this. All right, you know the drill. Deep breaths in through your nose and out of your mouth. In through your nose and out of your mouth. And with every inhale in and with every exhale out, you will become deeper and deeper relaxed. With every inhale in and with every exhale out, you will become deeper and deeper relaxed. If I were to say to you, see a red bird, could you see one for me?
Yes.
See a yellow flower.
Yes.
See a blue car.
Yes.
See a dog and a cat.
Yes.
See a green tree with lots of leaves and the wind blowing through the leaves. This is the part of the mind we will be working with today. This is the part of the mind that has the pictures and the memories. This is the part of the mind that is active at night when you are sleeping, because this is the part that has the images and the symbols that we use in our dreams. So, this is the part of the mind we will be working with today. So, just for this little while that we do this today, have no problems and no worries. Time enough for that later. They will always be there later. But just for this little while that we do this today, have no problems. So enjoy the way that feels to not have anything to think about, and enjoy the feeling of relaxation moving through the body. And as the relaxation moves through the body, if there are any tensions anywhere in the body, they will flow right out. Flow right out. Let them go. Let them go. We don't need them. We don't need them. So enjoy the way that feels to not have anything to think about, and enjoy the feeling of relaxation moving through the body. This is a luxury that very few people are allowed, to take a little time out of their busy day to just relax and not have to think about anything. So take advantage of it while you can and enjoy the experience. And remember, if you hear any sounds inside of the room or any sounds outside of the room, they are only natural noises occurring in the background. They will not bother you or distract you in any way. If you hear anything including my cat. It will just fade and become part of the background. Now I would like for you to imagine a beautiful pyramid composed entirely of bright light, a very beautiful thing to see. It glows, it sparkles, it shimmers. And I want you to place that bright pyramid of light so that it completely encloses your body, even the outside of the body, so that you are completely enclosed within that beautiful pyramid of bright light. This is your protection. The bright light is a very powerful force. It can protect against anything, and it will remain around your body the entire time that we do this. Nothing can bother you or distract you in any way. If you are protected, you are safe. You know it, you feel it, and it is very, very good. Now, I would like for you to imagine the most beautiful place in the world, what you consider to be the most beautiful place in the world, where there are no worries and no problems. It may be the forest, it may be the seashore, it may be a meadow, whatever you consider to be beautiful and peaceful. Can you find a place like that?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
It's a beach area where I grew up. It's a small beach. I see a lot of small boats in the water. The water is very cold. And I see a lot of seagulls. I can even smell the water. I can even smell and feel the waves.
Did
It's
you
a
say
very sunny day, very hot.
very hot? Whew. Oh my goodness. I don't know how you handle it, Yrma. Did you say you can smell the seagulls?
Yes, I smell the sea. Yes.
Oh, the sea. Okay. Because I would think seagulls don't smell very nice, but I'm glad you can smell them too. No worries in a place like that. It's peaceful. There are no worries and no problems. Just peace and quiet. Look up in the sky and see if you can find a big white fluffy cloud.
Okay, I did.
Did you find a big white fluffy cloud?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to do something that might sound a little strange. I want you to float up to that cloud and sit on it. Tell me what that would feel like to sit on a cloud. And you don't have to worry. It will hold your weight just like magic. What would that feel like to sit on a cloud?
It feels fluffy. It feels cold and very light.
Mm, very cold and light. Tell me about the cold.
It's like water,
Mm,
like watery, like a steam, but it's not hot, it's cold.
a
But it's
comf-
a nice cold.
oh, a nice cold.
A
That's what
nice cold.
It sounds comfortable. Some people think it feels like cotton or feathers, but it will hold your weight just like magic. It's very comfortable, isn't it?
Yes.
Lay back on that cloud and just let it absorb all of your weight. That's such a beautiful, wonderful feeling. It's like you don't have any weight at all. You can become one with that beautiful cloud. If you lay back on that cloud, let it absorb your weight. If you want to, you can even wrap the cloud around you like a wool blanket and snuggle down into the cloud. That's such a beautiful, comfortable, safe feeling. And it's almost as though you don't even have a body as you become one with that beautiful, soft, comfortable, safe cloud. And as you lay on that cloud and you begin to notice the movement, every time you hear a cat meow, you will become deeper and deeper relaxed. Every time you hear a cat meow, you will become deeper and deeper relaxed. The cat will not only not distract you, but every time you hear it, you will become deeper relaxed. And with every new level of peace and relaxation we reach, a new bar will set. With every new level of peace and relaxation that we reach, a new bar will set. A new bar will set, marking a new acceptable minimum that going forth for the rest of your life, anybody or anything that doesn't bring that level of peace or relaxation or better is automatically rejected by the mind and the body. Automatically rejected by the mind and body, allowing you to create new boundaries to protect your new levels of peace and relaxation, which are your birthright. You are protected. You are safe. You know it. You feel it. And it is very, very good. And that cloud now is floating through the air, carrying you with it. Soft and protected and comfortable and safe, drifting and floating, floating and drifting. And this cloud floats over the land and over the valleys, over the mountains, and even out over the ocean if it wants to, carrying you with it, soft, protected, comfortable, and safe, drifting and floating, floating and drifting over the land, over the valleys, protected and safe. And this cloud is like magic because not only does it carry you over the land and over the valleys, it can also carry you back and back and back in time and space. I'm asking the cloud to move and carry you back and back. We're looking for the most appropriate time and place for the collective to stop and look at and examine. The most appropriate time and place to stop and look at and examine. The cloud is moving. It's carrying you back. We're looking for the most appropriate time and place to stop and look at and examine. The most appropriate time and place to stop and look at and examine. Now the cloud is slowing down. It's stopping at the most appropriate time and place. Now the cloud has stopped at the most appropriate time and place. I want you to drift off of that cloud back down, down, down to the surface. It won't be anything sudden, just like a leaf drifting gently out of a tree, back down to the surface. And as you come back down, I want you to tell me the very first thing that you see down there below you, or the very first impressions that you have as you come back down to the surface. Are you coming off the cloud yet?
Yes.
What do you see down there below you? Tell me, what's the first thing that you see?
I see like a planet is a city, it has a huge pyramid, but it's not solid, it's clear. And I see a lot of tall beings, very, very tall, maybe 10 feet.
Tall beams,
Yes.
and it's around a pyramid. Did you say that it's clear?
Yeah, it's a clear pyramid.
Clear pyramid, and there's beams all around. Tell me more.
So it's a city, and I see people around the pyramid inside. And this tall being has very, very pale skin, like whitish. The ears are pointy and they're extremely, extremely tall, and they have long, long hair.
These beings?
Yes,
Wow, we may be visiting some extraterrestrials right now.
yes.
Is that what's happening?
Yes, the hair is extremely long, but it's moving in the air like they are connecting energetically through their hair,
Really?
like antennas. That's
Can,
how they communicate.
and where are they from?
I got the planet somewhere from the Sirius.
What else stands out to you about what you're seeing?
I also see a lot of balls of energy.
Balls of energy? Like, do they represent beings or something else?
No, it's just energy devices that they use.
Energy devices? What are their use?
They use that energy for their body, but also for their chips, for whatever the chips that they use to be able to navigate.
Ships? Do you see any of those ships around?
Yes.
What do they look like?
At the beginning, they look like an orb. And then when the orb dissipates or becomes expanded, you see like a triangle. A spaceship.
Like a spaceship.
It's
And
a
this is
triangle shape.
round?
It's not round, it's a triangle.
It's not round, it's a triangle?
Yeah, the orbs expands. And when the orbs expand the energy, you can see the chip. It looks triangle. But also what I feel that part of their energy is connected to the material, to the matter of this chip. So
Can
it's kind of like with their thoughts and intentions, they can move the chip or the pyramid.
so they travel using their energy and their intentions.
Yes.
Wow. I don't think I've heard somebody describe it like that or to visit this. This is a different experience. And what is happening at this time that brings
And
us here today?
okay, a war is coming, and they are trying to help other beings that they don't have the technology that they have.
A war is coming where?
Around this area of the planet between these constellations.
Why is there a war coming? Over what?
Is coming about ownership and slavery. There is a race that want to take over other planets and enslave them.
And so they're getting ready to battle this.
Yes, but mostly to help other beings from other planets that they have less capability of fighting them. They are not as equipped or advanced as these beings.
What year is this? Is there a year?
I got 20 million years ago.
20 million years ago?
Yes.
I want to ask a very specific question. Actually, I want to see if this is what comes up naturally. Just to be safe here. This war, who are they helping?
They're helping other beings that look like humanoids, but not necessarily like us, but pretty much shorter in and skinnier in body. Is other planet that is not so advanced when it comes to technology.
You say the people they're helping look like humans?
Yes. But the people or the planet that ones they are fighting with, they look like reptilians.
Reptilians?
Yeah, they look like they're extremely tall, muscular, and they have like scales in their body. And when they are telling me this tall white being that this war has been happening for millions of years.
That's what they're talking about now?
Yeah, this is not something new, and it's been happening, and it will happen, and it will continue happening.
I might risk with this one question sounding like it's leading, but do you mind if I ask a specific question that I think this might be pertaining to?
Yes,
This war and helping the humans, is this the one, is this showcasing when humans decided to break from cooperating from each other? Um, when we used to live in love, but how we broke from that to dominate Earth. Does this have anything to do with Earth and our history?
yes, Earth is very dark, a lot of fighting. I see a lot of fire all over, wars, a lot of darkness in this planet that is very similar
To Earth.
with the humans.
And do they hear my questions if I ask something specifically to understand?
Yes,
Are we looking at the time of the turning point that um, was depicted in the metaphor of Adam and Eve? Which is basically when we turn from living cooperation and love to domination. I just want to be sure I'm understanding, or is this a different time?
they say that's the time. They said yes.
Yeah, this is a time I've actually been teaching on, so I find this very interesting. So let's let this scene carry on. Why are we here? Why do we need to see this now?
Because there are beings that are here ready to help us, that are willing to help us out. But at the same time, there is a group that is preventing us from us to communicating with these beings.
Who's preventing us from communicating with these beings that want to help us?
Humans, some humans. There
Some,
is like a dark group of people
yeah.
that they don't want us to evolve. That's what they're saying. They want us keep us on the dark, and they don't want us to go to the next level
Why don't they want us to evolve?
because they want to suppress us. They want to enslave us. They want to use humanity to suffer. They don't want us to become rich when it comes to food, to having everything that everybody deserves. They don't want us to evolve spiritually.
Are there any other groups of humans working with them to help us?
Yeah, there is a group that is actually working with these aliens to help humanity to fight this group. But what they are saying is that the darkness is growing so strong right now that we are at the point that if we don't make the right changes, it's not gonna be good.
And I know this might be uncomfortable to see, but I know how tough you are, and you know I'm going to protect you mentally and physically. Anything, Irma, that you're about to see or witness that helps to expand on that thought will not harm you in any way, mentally or physically. That is very important and critical for me to continue to move forward to receive these messages for the collective. It will not harm Irma in any way, mentally or physically. Irma, expand on that thought. If we don't make the right choices and overcome this evil, what's next?
That would be the end of humanity. More wars, more slavery. They are not showing me like a nuclear war, but a lot of people being poor and basically a slave to the system. A lot of poverty, a lot of hunger. A lot of people wanted to migrate to escape where they are living from.
They're leaving with what?
The people wanted to migrate to other places to have a better life. A lot of people actually wanted to migrate out of the United States.
Is
We
that
are
the
not
right
seeing
choice?
that. They said it's going to get to a point where people don't want to be here anymore.
Is that the right choice to leave?
It all depends on each one. Some people have to stay here because they have no choice, they have family, but they say that you have a choice and you could do it. That would be good for your soul, good for the humanity to be able to do it.
On the individual level, but
Yes,
does that mean for the people that don't have a choice but to stay?
yes, we have to stay, but people that are staying here, they are staying for a reason. It would be kind of like a karmatic lesson that they have to stay here and go through all those processes, or that they have to be here for a reason, to be able to help the people that are here to be able to deal with their emotions.
Right. What do they want us to see next? Allow the scene to carry forward for them to speak to you or through you. Why is there any other reason why we need to see this at this time?
They are telling me this being that a lot of people are gonna get killed. What happened to this guy today is only just the beginning.
You're talking about Charlie Kirk?
Yes, and it's gonna be on both sides. People that support Trump and people that are against Trump. It's gonna start the anger. The anger is so prominent and high that people are gonna start doing and gonna start losing their minds. And they're gonna start doing things that they never thought they could be capable of doing it.
What I want to know from them is what are we to do now with this information to stop that track and to get people to pull together against all gun violence?
They're saying to pray, to gather together, and do not have any reaction, because the more anger that we have, the worse it's gonna get. To create support groups, emotionally support groups where we can support and talk to each other. But what they're telling me, the most important thing is not to have any strong reactions of hate or happiness because this guy died, because that is not helping us. It's actually making things worse because it's coming from a low vibration.
Mhm. And we need higher vibrations. We're supposed to be collectively vibrating higher. In this time, that is the main focal point, is vibrating to the 5D, to a new reality.
And they said all of these steps, beginning with this guy today, is not a casualty, it's on purpose to take us to a darker emotional and spiritual state.
Wait a minute. That thought right there, I want you to expand on it. I want to know from them. Tell me what they say to answer this question. What do you mean by that? That there was a purpose? Was can you expand? I don't want to assume anything. I don't want to lead on the answers. What do you mean that there was a real?
This killing was done on purpose to create more anger on both sides.
It was. I just want to be clear. It was or wasn't on purpose.
It was on purpose
And what was the purpose of it?
to create anger on the opposites on the party of Trump. So to become these people become more anger towards the opposite group. And
To
they create a reaction of anger on the opposite group that don't support Trump, and then it's gonna backfire. So more anger on both sides.
And so it's basically almost like a self-fulfilled prophecy for a civil war.
Yes.
It's a catalyst to a civil war, basically, is what you're saying, is what it sounds like. That's in the description of it.
Yeah. But also what they are telling me, okay, this guy, the orange, I don't want to say his name,
Orange is fine. Orange taco, whatever.
he's extremely protected. By now, he should be out of this planet. But he has a lot of dark forces protecting him. I mean, they say for us to be able to conceive it is very difficult because it's something that we don't see it. It's very difficult to understand how protected this guy is by dark forces.
And then who's saying this? Who's telling you this?
The tall being.
And what is the with the end of that? To what is the end of that power that holds him here?
What do you mean?
They've been able to hold him to where he's not gone, even though, as they just said, he's not
Mhm.
supposed to be here. He should have already passed. At what point is that power not enough and he goes anyways?
Is from us, the opposite group, us, that we don't support what's happening in this country or with Trump, to raise our vibration, to pray for humanity, to pray for the United States. So when that vibration is higher in energy compared to those star forces, then he can go. But
And
our
why does it
vibration is being suppressed.
repeat that?
So our vibration of love, the opposite group that comes from us that do not support him, has
Mhm.
to be higher in amount, in energy, in every level to be able to suppress all those dark forces that are protecting him.
I see.
So that's why this situation happened today. It's going to create more anger on their side, and they're going to start doing more things to attack us, to lower our vibration.
So the purpose of this day, this catalyst, this very important pivotal time in human history is a matter of choosing to move forward or go backwards.
It seems like we're going backwards according to them.
It seems to them like we're going backwards, like basically we're falling for it.
Yes.
Got it.
What they are saying is that we're basically being victims of their play, of their manipulation.
Mm. Tell me more about that.
So with this situation and this that happens today, the orange is gonna get more angry and more detrimental laws are coming for us.
He's going to use this as an excuse for the next steps that he will take.
Yes,
And we're falling into their hands.
yes.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just putting this together. So, if we stay on this track, what happens next?
Okay, they said that we have until the end of the year. The end of this year is very important to be able to shift it. To be able to shift. Basically, we want to manifest a different reality. So the reality or timeline that we want to manifest, where he's not here, is the energy of us is not so strong enough to be able to manifest it. We're being suppressed.
So, this is going to impact whether or not Orange goes, whether or not we go into a new reality, or he sticks around and we go backwards for a while where he stays.
Yes,
We're in a window.
yes. He's saying that it's very important to create a group where we meditate for peace, we meditate for love, to continue having our energy and vibration high of love amid all these horrible things that are happening. Like this is the only way that we're gonna be able to manifest and shift and bring this timeline, the one that we want sooner.
And for those who do meditate for that new reality, if not everybody gets on board and we don't head in that direction, does that drag back the people that did manifest love, who tried to move forward? Do we all move back or basically stay where we're at as opposed to the do we stay Or does the people who rose their vibrations, do they move to a higher vibration, a new reality?
Okay. What they are telling me, a lot of people have misunderstanding about moving into a new timeline. They said that we have been brainwashed to believe that by praying and raising our vibration, you can easily go into another timeline. And they said, no, it's a lot of things involved. A lot of the energy, thoughts, intentions, actions from every human being, not only in the United States, but all over the world. And unfortunately, we are being hated all over the world. So we have, according to them, the energy of the United States plus the energy of the intentions of other countries or humans against the United States. So the shifting of the timeline, like a lot of people think, I think positive and I shift, is not that easy. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. That's why a lot of chaos is happening, because they want to suppress our energy and vibration to be able to shift it. So even if you pray, you sing, you're in a high vibration, you're happy, but it's only you. What about the people around you?
And so that
So in
means
order
that,
to shift, you need a lot of group energy to be able to do it. It's not individual, like a lot of people think.
right.
It's a group, individual energy to be able to shift, to create a powerful energy, to be able to manifest it and shift into a new reality.
Yeah. I see. I see. What is the perspective they have now on how many people are in this group mindset to raise their vibrations versus how many are going the opposite way?
They said we have 40% of people, but it's not 50 or 60, it has to be plus 50%.
We have less than half the people in the world that
Yes.
actually.
And that's what they said. What happened today is just one of the beginning of more things that are coming to create more chaos.
Why did our past slow down?
Because we're not connecting to God or the Creator. We think we are, but we're not. Because they are lowering our energy and vibration with thoughts of angers, with thoughts of wishing Him to be dead, with different energy, worry about money, paying bills, and that lowers our vibration, especially fear. Fear, they said, is a big one that really lowers our energy and vibration.
How do we connect with the creator?
They're talking about doing group prayers or meditations. They're saying at least on a weekly basis, at least 15 minutes, they said, to gather and pray and meditate. Basically, they said meditation or praise to raise your energy and vibration. And a meditation where you visualize the timeline that you want to be. It's not about just praying for praying. They're talking about setting an intention at the beginning of the session and visualizing the timeline that we want to be, doing it once a week, and all of us doing it individually every single day.
That's a really good point about prayer. We're not necessarily talking about you have to be subscribed to some ideal of God. Those are different personifications of energy, but even manifesting, meditating, putting your thoughts towards a better world, regardless of where you are at on any kind of spiritual or religious spectrum or lack thereof, there are different things that you can do that that basically can be described as this prayer.
Yeah, they said when it's done in group, it's stronger than when you do it individually. But at least they said we should do it once a week or twice a week.
So you covered about how much worse it's going to get if we don't meet this window. But what about the flip side? Can they tell you or show you what the flip side is, that if we make this window, what's next for not just the United States, but the world?
Well, they're telling me the fall of this guy,
Which guy?
the orange guy,
Orange, yes.
it would bring, unfortunately, a lot of happiness all over the world. It would feel like a shift of liberation, of control, or changing a different set mind from racism and hating to a loving, more loving and understanding, like learning our lesson of what a negative and powerful person can do to all over the world. He's a very negative person.
Hmm.
So the shift would be learning lessons of love, learning lessons of tolerance about different views in religion, in different races, different belief systems. They said it would be chaotic for a few months.
Yeah, I see.
JD Dance would try to take over, but it would not be the same. They said it would not succeed
He won't succeed. He doesn't have it in him.
because the damage is so great that it would be extremely difficult to overcome. But they are telling me there is a lot of darkness on both groups, Republicans and Democrats. A lot of people misunderstand that they think one is good and one is bad. Both of them are infiltrated with bad energy,
Mhm.
with horrible actions made by both. So it's about clearing both of them and only bringing people that have good intentions.
What do you mean by clearing? Like without what
Yeah.
would take away that divide of Republican versus Democrat?
Yes, well, a lot of people saying that only Republicans are bad and the Democrats are good. We have also bad people on both sides, people that are greedy, people that are pedophiles, people that only want money and they don't care about anybody else, people that steal.
Mhm. Two
So
wings.
this transition, this guy is not gonna be able to succeed. And people are gonna be so upset, so angry that they're gonna call for a new elections. And even though they don't want to, something is gonna shift where a new person is gonna come to power. That is not Vance or anybody from that party, the Republican Party. They're telling me a lot of dark secrets are gonna come from them that they are hiding. It's gonna come to the surface. So basically, it's going to damage them tremendously.
Will it come out regardless of if we meet this window, or is this only if we meet the window that it comes out?
No, when he exits, a lot of information is going to come out. When he goes to out of this world, the orange cloud, a lot of information is going to come out. And one of them would be the Epstein file. The Epstein file information is not coming out at all. The only way to do it is when he exits this world.
Because he won't be there to block it from getting out.
No.
And
And
is
that they said there is a lot of powerful people on both sides, Democrat, Republican, all over the world on that list that is beyond what we can digest as human, the horrible thing that have been done to us, not only to sexual things with minors, but money laundering, a lot of horrible things that they have done to the American people when it comes to their right to make money and to live well.
Mhm. if we don't raise our vibrations the way that we need to towards that end, does that mean that we can expect that Orange is going to hang in there and stick around?
What they're showing me right now, so far, is he still look like he's gonna be there until the end of the year. Nothing. He's extremely, extremely sick. That because of these beings that are around him, that are forces, that are making, they are basically extending his life. So they said they don't see him living at least until the end of the year. He's still gonna be here
They're holding him up
because of the protection that he has.
because of the protection. The United States is protecting a really dangerous person who does represent both sides. He used to be friends with people on the left side who are also pedophiles. That includes former presidents like Clinton. There are people who are already out there on the Epstein list who are on the blue side as well. So he doesn't just represent pedophiles and rapists on the right, he represents them on the left.
So when they're telling me that the orange guy, he doesn't care about Republicans or Democrats. He cares about money and himself and his ego.
Mhm.
He's a very sick person, what they're telling me. And his energy, because he's so strong, his energy is being amplified and copied. So a lot of narcissistic are coming to the surface. People that you never saw were narcissistic, verbally racist, and they can tell you they don't like you to your face. That energy is permeating to the regular living of everybody here in the United States. It's becoming the new normal.
When you say protected, is he being protected by humans? Are you talking about the healthcare around him?
No, I'm talking about like dark forces, beings, dark beings. I can see like a lot of being around him. Dark energy beings.
We aren't getting the kind of like rage and attention that we should be on things like the Epstein files from either side. Is it because they are scared in government?
Yeah, of the power, of losing power.
Simply of losing power?
Power, losing money, going to jail. But all that group that are pedophiles and stealing money, they are protected by dark energy around them.
Hmm.
But they are telling me also when we start seeing the orange guy start limping, especially they're talking about the right leg, that's when he's almost reaching the end of his life or his health issues.
Especially the right leg? Why the right
Yeah.
leg?
I don't know. They say he's going to start having like a limping or walking issues with the right leg.
What happened on his birthday when we thought he was going to go at that time, Orange? What happened on his birthday?
He had a stroke.
He did?
Yeah, a mild stroke.
A what stroke?
Yes,
A minor stroke?
yes, he had a mild, very mild stroke.
A mild stroke on his birthday. What happened when he went missing for days recently and everybody thought he was gone? Where was he?
He was in the hospital getting treatment
For what?
for his heart issues
Why did they hide it?
because they don't want to make him look weak.
That's what is okay. What happened in May when back in May was around the time when Musk was removed from office and the tariff war started up, and there were people who thought that he might have been gone sooner. What happened in May?
He could have been gone sooner, but the dark forces are protecting him. So preventing him from basically exiting this planet or this world.
I thought that energies on the other side, whether good or bad, couldn't physically influence us unless we were possessed.
Well, okay, I can say basically he's possessed. He has attachments.
We're making you possessed.
Yeah, so what they are telling me, there is different words of using. Some people call it possessed. Some people say he has dark attachment, dark entities. It's basically the same because he had that dark energy inside of him. Whatever you want to call it, but basically he has that energy not only outside for protection, but inside of him too.
I see. I see. And okay. So now let's allow that scene to move forward. I want to ask these people, what do we call them? These extraterrestrials you're visiting with?
They say they're from Sirius.
Sirius?
Yes.
Before I get to what I was about to ask, somebody's asking, why does the dark energy seem to have more power than good energy to keep him here?
Because of the amount. It's like you have 1 kilogram of sugar versus 2 kilogram of flour. So the amount of dark energy is stronger than the good energy. So that's why they say to meditate to be able to surpass in energy and amount and quantity the dark energy.
Okay, it's just the sheer amount of evil versus good.
Exactly. Yes.
This planet, Sirius, or where they seem to be, this energy, are we talking about the star Sirius?
Yes.
This is where they're from.
Yes.
So when we look towards Sirius up in the sky, when we have a night sky full of stars, we are looking towards these amazing beings who are helping us.
Yes.
I want to ask them, can they now show you, whether that's taking you for a ride or just displaying and moving to a trip of theirs, to demonstrate how they're helping us, what that looks like?
Mhm. So what they are saying, they help us to prevent a lot of natural disasters like earthquakes and floodings.
Mm,
But when it comes to free will, that is very difficult.
that is
And
very
help
difficult.
us with technology. Through meditation, they can help us to prevent natural disasters or make the natural disasters less strong. Maybe they can improve our energy, but only to a certain degree because we have free will. So they cannot do it for us. We have to do it ourselves.
Do they believe we can meet the deadline this year?
Yes, if we set the intention of being conscious about it and starting, praying and doing group meditation.
I'll promote those at the Ethereal Connections and have group meetings just for that purpose.
Yes,
Absolutely.
even if it is 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it doesn't matter. He said the groups are stronger than individual meditations.
Will the extraterrestrials of Sirius help us prevent future pandemics and diseases?
Only to a certain degree because again, free will coming from the human. They can help us by trying to influence you or talking to you in a subconscious level. But at the end, we make the decision. So the free will. And there is a lot of darkness. What they say right now, we have a lot of darkness. And sometimes we are more negative than positive. And we ended up making choices that are more negative than positive because of the emotions that we have: anger, hate, feeling depressed, feeling hopelessness. That's a big one, they said. A lot of people feeling hopeless.
What can they tell us about Three-Eye Atlas, which is, from my understanding, other extraterrestrials? Do they have communications with Three-Eye Atlas?
They don't, but they know who they are. There is a group that is coming to make contact with us. They say they are not good, they are not bad, they are just here to come and make themselves known.
So this comment, this Three-Eye Atlas, there are extraterrestrials that live on it?
Yeah, it's not it's asteroid, it's a ship.
A ship?
Yeah,
And
it's like a interstellar ship
an interstellar ship.
that is coming to make contact with us.
And what is their purpose for making contact with us?
They want us to become aware of who they are. They know that human has been searching for a contact, a real contact, and they feel that this is the right time for us to do it, even though some groups are saying that we cannot handle it, where they say it's not true, that they say in order for us to move into the next level of the spirituality, that they have to make themselves known. And
So
they
they
say the
make
reason,
themselves known to us, we will see them.
yes. And the reason why, because there is so much damage created by religion.
There is a lot of damage. May I ask a personal question? Do they know, may I ask a question that's based on my personal journey? Are they aware of me as I talk to you?
Very much, yes.
Very much. Of me?
And yes, they say that you're here to serve a purpose, to make known through hypnosis and the meditation groups to raise the energy and vibration. And that you're here to create those groups and to make conscious about the importance of a group meditation to actually gather, garnish the energy to be able to move into the high life that we want to move.
Wow, I really appreciate that. You say that their job is to remind people who they are, which is what I learned was my job with hypnosis, because people see who they are, not in who they made themselves to be in this life, but over their whole soul journeys. If I may ask, is that the extraterrestrials I come from? Is that my alien oranges or origins?
They say you have a lot of Pleiadian in you and Arcturian. Some Sirius too, but a lot of Pleiadian and Arcturian.
Tell me about that blood and that origin a little bit, if you don't mind.
Okay, they said with the Arcturians that you need to start connecting with their pictures. They have like, the pictures in England, they have a name, pictures created on the ground, on the grass.
Pictures and tell me about that.
So the Pleiadians, the Arcturians have some geometrical forms that raise the energy and vibration, that you need to become more aware of those. And every time that you look at them, you're going to raise your energy and vibration, and a lot of information is going to come to you, to your subconscious, like remembering who you are. All of us know who we are, but we don't remember, but that's going to accelerate your tapping into your own Akashic records.
And what about Irma?
I'm a Turian. I have those here in my room. That's why we're connected. I have to show it to you.
That's why we're connected. We're family. I
Yeah.
see. Thank you so much for this information. Is there anything else that you would like?
Yes, yes. They wanted to tell me that this is just the beginning of an amazing journey that you're gonna have. Okay, you're gonna become very big in a good way. So they are telling me to be please patient, to hang in there. There are gonna be times where you're gonna be overwhelmed, but it's extremely important that you continue concentrating on teaching so people can remember who they are, where they are coming from, connect to their own Akashic records, that they are here to support you, that you are not alone, that when you meditate, ask questions and the answers are going to come to you right away in your dreams or maybe just by synchronicities.
I will do that. I really appreciate it. I'm really moved by that, and I really appreciate that so much. Is there anything
They're
else?
also telling me, I'm sorry, that right now, at least this year, is not a good year for you to move out. You have to be here still 25 and 26. There is a lot of work that you have to do from here to
Oh,
the
that I was thinking
year.
about moving.
They're talking about your books, they're talking about your teachings.
They know that I was thinking about moving out of the States.
Yes, and also they are talking about your teaching. They're talking about not moving out of the country yet because you are going to create an greater energy connection for people to be able to raise the energy and vibration.
Okay. I'm staying put. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm starting to teach a couple more weeks. Got it on the books. Books in the works. Is there anything else?
No, they're talking about your cat, that your cat talks to you all the time,
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Can you repeat that?
that your cat is a very special cat and he always trying to communicate with you telepathically.
What is he trying to tell me?
He's trying to heal you, he said. When you feel sick, he comes to you all the time and absorb whatever sickness, but he doesn't get sick. And also he's providing you with downloads and information. So when you feel that you have some information that you're having difficulty connecting, just hold your cat and the information is going to come to you.
All the more reason to cuddle with him.
Yes.
What about for Yrma? What's next on the horizon for Yrma?
But they said they want me to continue doing what I'm doing, but also tapping into past life regression. There is something also shifting with that type of energy for me. And that's what I need to do to support you on your groups for sure. And that's extremely important. And in my case, they are telling me that I need to do a lot of work with the Spanish community, that unfortunately, because of our belief system, religion system, a lot of people are confused. A lot. And basically, we're confused, we're being manipulated to believe things that are true and they are not basically true.
Yeah, we have
We're
a
being
lot.
totally disempowered by religion. So that would be my part.
So are they saying that when it comes to the books, not to wait until I go to Italy to keep writing now from where I'm at?
They said to continue writing, whatever comes first.
Keep writing, keep
Yeah.
going. I'm not going anywhere. It'll be a few years or so. I'm here. I'm along for the ride. Come what may in the US.
And they are saying they don't want to tell you what's going to happen because we have the capacity to accelerate things or to delay it based on our energy. Once again, they're telling me we don't have an understanding of shifting lines. Everything is based on our energy. So you can write your book in a year, or it can take you 5 years, depending on the energy that you are around it. That's what they're talking about, raising our energy and vibration and having those groups on a weekly basis, just to bring ourselves to the present and to raise our energy and vibration.
Understood. That makes sense. So you mean, in that physical sense, like sometimes when we feel the chaotic energy of the world, when huge things are happening, these distracting things, we can feel slowed down where we can't focus on
Yes.
writing. It gets in the way, kind of as like a blocker, a distraction. But when we
Yeah,
raise
what they said is observe, do not absorb. Let's observe,
absorb, don't
do
absorb.
not absorb.
Got it. I gotta learn how to stop absorbing. Got it.
And they said it's very difficult for us as human because we have empathy and emotion, but we need to learn how to master that.
Understood. Now let's move forward, Irma, to the next thing, the next event, the next time and place that we need to see. The next time, place, event that we need to see to help the collective in the best way possible. You are moving now to that next appropriate time and place to stop and look at and examine. The next appropriate time and place to stop and look at and examine. You have now arrived at that next appropriate place. What are you observing? What do you see?
Okay, they brought me into Thanksgiving 2025, Thanksgiving time, Thanksgiving Day.
On our current timeline,
Yes,
tell me about Thanksgiving 2025.
they said that day is extremely, extremely important to really concentrate on being grateful for everything that we have. It's not about the pilgrims or the holiday. It's about really connecting to your spirituality and being deeply, deeply grateful for everything that we're going through, good or bad, to shape us who we are. To even have a meditation on that day, that would be extremely powerful.
Noted. Tell me more about this time.
The power and the energy of being grateful is one of the strongest energy with love, with bliss, with happiness and enlightenment. And that would be a turning point for us to be able to raise the energy and vibration of the whole United States and also actually the whole world too. If we come together and do a meditation to be grateful for everything that we have.
I see. I agree with that. Are there any more important times or places that we need to see?
They said December 2025 is going to be very chaotic.
It's going to be very what?
Chaotic, very difficult month.
How so?
A lot of new laws are coming that are not going to be in our benefit, that are actually is going to create for people to have less access financially to buying things. And just at the end of the year, when everybody's thinking about being happy about a new year, they're gonna hit us with something, some type of a new law or changes or restrictions.
And what about the existing tariff war that's already happening, the existing tariffs?
That's only one part of it. Something else is coming when it comes to finances, changes in law, in how people acquire money. And they do that on purpose because it's the end of the year where people have excitement about starting a new year with new changes. So They're doing it on purpose
Why are they doing it on purpose?
to
What
lower our energy and vibration, and our intentions are going to be actually forgotten because of all the chaos and all the horrible things that are happening to everybody financially. That we're not going to be concentrate on making New Year's resolutions. So the purpose is even lowering even more our energy, our vibration, our hopes, to take us into a state of more hopelessness, more depression, more anxiety. They're telling me now also that to be very, please, careful, to be very careful from now until the end of the year how you spend your money. So what they're telling me to say, because they are not showing me what it is, but it's something that is going to be very impactful. And they're telling me for people to be, especially in this group, to be very mindful of being mindful how they spend their money from now up to the end of the year. Or they are thinking about buying things like a house or big expenses, to be very, very, very mindful of research about how to spend the money.
are banks going to close? Are banks going to close?
They don't want to tell me, but they said it could. They just don't want to show me.
Is it okay if we see that awareness might prompt people to do the right thing to prepare? It's a form of protection. I'm asking now on behalf of not only myself, but everybody who's watching who will agree with me and speak in agreement. We want to know. And if we want to know, will you tell us?
They said no, because if they tell us we can create a shift. Okay, wait. But basically, they're telling me the dark forces, there's dark forces that are going to prevent from showing us what's going to happen. They say they don't want to show us. It's like the dark forces have something hidden that they cannot even see what it is. But it has to do with money acquisition, or how much money you have in the bank, or how much money you have access to. So they're trying to prepare, be saving, with food things, like in case of an emergency, you have money to spend it on certain things.
Is it going to be, does this include a food shortage?
Yes, food. They said prepare with food, prepare with money, with anything, not spending overly money. I know it's the end of the year, you want to give gifts, to say to be very, very conservative about it. They're telling me also, wow, the Nesara Yesara that everybody's talking about. Oh my gosh, they use the word that is bullshit. That's what they told me. It's not happening.
What's not happening?
The Nesara Gesara.
The what?
Nesara Gesara is basically a system that a lot of people believe on the orange sky side, where everybody is going to have access to money. Everybody's going to be rich, and everybody's not going to have to work, and
Oh,
everybody.
we already knew that. We already
Yeah.
knew that. Everybody already knew they weren't going to be wealthy. This false idea.
Yes. So the name is Nisara Hesara. They said that is not happening. They want us to believe that that is coming the way, that is coming on the way, where people are going to be able to get a stimulus check and all of that. He said that is not happening at all.
This is what Trump's going to say, or is he already saying that?
Yeah, that's what he's going to say. It's not happening.
Going to say. So he's going to say it?
No, they're telling me he's not going to say it. It's just not going to happen.
Right, but I mean, is he going, what's happening in December when he announces what he's doing? He's going to make a claim that it's going to lead to a stimulus check or money?
No, he's not going to do it. There are going to be changes, just laws, that whatever laws they are, we're going to have less, with the little money that we make, we're going to have less access to buy things.
Got it.
So it could be prices go up or restrictions in buying things or
What's
people
go
losing their jobs.
why these policies? Does it have to do with China?
They said no. They're stealing money from us. That's what they're saying. The government, the new government that we have now, is basically taking a lot of money out of this country. We're basically being robbed.
We're being robbed. And so they're taking that money from us and they're lining their pockets.
Yes.
Everything that we've built is going to go into the Trump administration. They're going to make an excuse. It'll be some kind of like they're going to treat it like a salary.
Yes. They said a lot of things are going to be taken away. Insurance are going to change. Social Security is going to change.
When can we expect things like insurance and social security changes?
Something's happening. They said at the end of the year, the beginning of 2026.
Okay, so basically those next set of policies is when we can expect these changes that are going to impact those things that we were hoping we were going to avoid, but we are not.
Yeah, but he's saying like once again that if we do the meditation, there is a lot of stuff that we can hopefully either delay or shift.
Is it the right move for people to get their money out of the banks?
They told me yes,
It is the right move.
yes. They say whatever you have the minimum. I don't know, 1,300, but something with the banks, it could be a collapse. If something is telling me that financially, something's gonna happen to the financial system.
The financial system. Will this lead to the anticipated collapse of the financial system?
They said yes.
Hmm. This is something we've been aware about on one degree or another, even previous sessions.
They're telling me something else that you need to have some type of protection in your house because if the chaos comes when people start fighting and you need to know how to defend yourself.
Me?
Everybody in general, they telling me they are not pro buying guns or anything, but you need to have some type of defense if somebody wants to break into your house. That things are gonna become very, very difficult.
That sounds a little bit pointed towards me, even though it's more for the general public.
Yes, like robberies are going to increase, break-ins are going to increase, and you need to have some type of personal protection.
So I understand that for the collective, it just sounded a little pointed towards me. Are they seeing something on this timeline pointed towards me and Darlene?
No, this is for everyone.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah.
What about 401k?
They said you have a choice. They said if you can, they said that you should remove it, that something is going to happen, that the value is going to go really bad, very bad down.
So if they can move it, take it out, whatever for their retirement, they need to do it. Take what they can and do it. Do what they need to take it out. They need to move it.
Yes.
Okay. So I know that there's going to be concern because if you take 401k, any retirement out early, typically there's so much that is taken out, almost like a fee because it's like an early retirement removal. But you're saying that it should be moved because
Yeah, but they're saying everything is possible, as I said, about the timelines shifts, the things that we can manifest or not manifest. That's what they said. Meditations are very important. We can delay these events based on our energy and vibration. And the decisions for everyone have to be private and it has to be personal. Nobody's forced. They said here you can do whatever you feel that you're connected into your own intuition.
So let's bring this full circle for the betterment of everybody and those who are going to hear, because some people are asking, as I know that they're struggling to put it together. Because this is with this potential timeline that Taco would still be here in December, but bringing it full circle, this is what happens if we don't meet that window. with the
Exactly. This is what's going to happen.
This is what happens if he stays alive, because
Yeah.
our vibrations don't
Mhm.
raise above that evil to where he passes.
That's why they said it's very difficult to give you something for sure, depending on our energy, because we can shift
Because
different things
we can shift
based on our energy.
based on our energy. Will there be midterm elections?
As of today, they said no.
What's going to stop the midterms from happening?
He's gonna try to close the Congress or do change a law because the electorate vote, the way that people vote, and all the immigration that people are still, some immigrants are voting. So because of the system is not clean enough for voting, so we're not ready to vote.
So there's going to be that claim. So they're going to stop the midterms from taking place.
Yes.
What's going to happen with the continued immigration rates at this point?
It's gonna get worse.
Everything's on the line then.
Yeah.
If we do not raise our vibrations above the evil
Everything is worse.
going and get above this, to shift the other way in the positive, this is what's next, and it's going to get way worse.
Yeah.
And would this just be the end of the United States as we've ever known it? Or what are the ripple effects to the rest of the world?
Well, if he stays in the government, this orange clown, it would be basically the demise of the United States.
What are the ripple effects to the rest of the world and the demise of the United States?
A financial crisis all over the world, including more wars.
Including more wars because of this.
Yes. And the reason why they said because there is a lot of anger all over the world.
Will Russia try to take over the United States?
They said no.
No, that's good.
It would be Europe. If that's the case, he said it would be the Europe, but not the United States.
There's two very important wars that I need to ask about, that needs more attention. What can they tell you about Palestine?
Oh, I'm sorry?
What can they tell you about Palestine, the Palestinian war?
Oh my God, they're gonna be destroyed completely.
They're going to what?
They're going to be taken out completely.
And then what's going to happen to Israel? Any repercussions?
A possible war. But what they are telling me, even though it's a possible war, it would not be nuclear, it would be more like terrorist attacks.
On Israel?
Yes. And also on Jewish people all over the world.
Right. Because the world's going to take it out on every Israeli, regardless of position. What about Ukraine?
They said Ukraine is going to have to be part of their territory to them.
Repeat
Whether
that.
you like it or not, it's going to be, they're going to take some part of the territory from Ukraine.
Russia is.
Yes.
They'll successfully take what they've already acquired.
Yes.
Are there any coming repercussions or things that we know down the line that come with countries taking over other countries like this? What's next for Israel and Russia by making these moves?
having more control over resources. They're talking about resources a lot.
Resources are important. What about tomorrow? Tomorrow, September 11th, which is the anniversary of the biggest terrorist attack in my lifetime, at least in the United States. Do we run any risks, whether tomorrow or soon, of any kind of attack um, in the States?
They said, no, we already had one today. That even though it doesn't seem like attack towards the United States, it basically is an attack because it's going to create a lot of anger. What happened to this guy today?
And now I must ask this question. If we do not meet that window and to where we move into a new reality and shift this, what becomes the purpose of work such as mine or others? What is the next step for those of us who fought to raise vibrations?
We have to continue doing the work. This is a job that we never stop doing. You have to continue doing until people can get conscientious enough that they know how to connect to themselves, how they connect to their higher self to raise the energy and vibration. It's about teaching other people to connect.
Yeah.
If we stop doing this work, the darker times are going to come sooner.
We have to be persistent no matter what.
Yes, no matter what. And they say we're going to have times where we don't feel like doing this job anymore, but we need to continue working on it. And we're going to be psychically attacked, unfortunately. But we have to press on and continue doing the job. This is the only way.
Got it. Thank you so much. For some reason, I feel drawn toward, I know this drawing, I feel this energetically, and it's making me smile already. We have one more thing. Do you have the energy for it, Yrma?
Yes,
I feel pulled pretty hard towards Bartholomew. Shall we go visit Bartholomew?
yes.
I can't stop smiling. It's starting to get me. Okay. Let's leave that scene now with much love and much thanks for the extraterrestrials we've been working with, for the messages for the collective and for Yrma and I individually. We give you deep love and thanks and promise that we will stay moving forward on our work regardless of what happens. You have our deepest appreciation, our thanks, and the thanks of everybody in the chat who has been sharing their thank yous. They're sharing their thank yous now. And with equal pleasure, I now would like for us to move towards where Bartholomew is pulling us to meet. To where Bartholomew is pulling us to meet, where we are to connect today to receive the lessons and messages that we are to receive today. With knowledge now for Yrma, who already knows the highlights, and for everybody in the chat to know this is the collective energy that worked with Dolores Cannon, who recognizes me as the successor to that work from Convoluted Universe, who I'm meant to work with in my time. Dolores had her time, it's my time. We have now left that scene that we were at, and we are now arriving to where we are to meet Bartholomew. Hello, Bartholomew.
Hello, blessings.
Blessings. Guten Tag. My mentor. It is a major pleasure to meet with you. It's been a while.
I'm so excited to be here with you today, my dear Shae. You have no idea of all the blessing that is coming from you and your teachings.
My heart is pounding, and I know I told you this before in Complete Minutes. I just fangirl over you, as we say in human terms. And I can't tell you how blessed I feel to be mentored by you, to be the successor to this work, and what you already mean to me on this really incredible journey.
I want to tell you that every night I communicate with you through your dreams. So I want you to start paying attention to your dreams. You
Yes, sir.
remember them, write it down. There is a lot of teaching that comes through you through your sleep,
Yes, sir.
whether you remember them or not.
I will. I will start journaling even if I'm tired. What do you have for me today?
The information that I have for you today is about love, about teaching, about meditation.
Okay.
But I want you to create a group
Okay.
where we spend the loving energy,
Okay.
not only to the group, not only outside the group, to the United States, to all over the world. I want you to start teaching of the power of the energy of the heart.
Okay.
When we come from a state of love, not anger, no hopelessness, no sadness, when we come from a state of love, we can shift anything. Even in the darkest time, I know that it's difficult for you guys, human beings, to overcome difficult situations. But when you are in a state of bliss of love, you can overcome anything. You can raise your energy, you can raise your vibration, you can manifest. I want you to, all of you in this group right now, and for the new people to come to please communicate with each other, maybe create a chat. I want you to know that you are not alone, that you have somebody that you can talk to, somebody that you can relate to. Love is the answer for everything. Love is a beautiful energy. It connects us to God the Creator, not as a form like a lot of you believe that God has a form. No, it's an energy that surpasses any understanding of the human brain.
Yes.
So by tapping into the heart energy, you are tapping into the God's energy. And by tapping into the God's energy, we can provide healing for every human in this planet and also in other planets or galaxies, because we are connected. We are connected not only between us, between other beings in other planets, galaxies, and universe and timelines. So I want you to know that love is the answer.
And I want to ask you some questions as your mentee, as your student, even as vulnerable as they can be, given my own personal growth. But when you come from a background where you're deeply impacted by someone say um, this very evil dictator, as we call him in the United States, um, how do we vibrate out of love even as what comes natural to us from our places of pain can come such celebrating or pleading for somebody to pass away that brings so much harm? What can I
Mhm.
learn from that and how can I teach from that place?
So instead of saying, or for some people wishing him to die, say, what can I learn from all his behavior? What kind of lessons can I learn? He promotes racism, he promotes hate. So I'm going to do the opposite, to bring love, to bring people together from every race, be kind to different people from different backgrounds, and saying hi, maybe learning one of their words in their own language to say hi, make them smile. That's how you are connecting that negative energy, becoming aware that he Even though he's a dark being, he's a teacher. He's teaching us to be resilient. He teaches us not to lose our hope in difficult situations. He's teaching us to press on, to meditate harder, to meditate more, to pray more, to get united more. So when we're thinking about the horrible things that they are doing, just think about this is only momentarily what lessons and I'm learning from him. And when you go into the lesson, that's when your heart energy is gonna grow versus having the feelings of hate. I hope you die. When I'm going through this timeline with this guy, instead of doing that, what and unlearn what you are teaching me.
That could be a pretty challenging place when you feel like you're loaded down with so much trauma, you
It is
know?
it is very difficult for you humans because you have a lot of empathy emotions, more so than any other race that I know. But it's doable with practice, with exercise, with meditation, with prayer.
I wonder what you can teach me about the boundaries that I've been creating. To me, people who currently support those hateful ideologies, I don't feel physically safe around them, which is why my typical rule is I don't work with people who actively live in agreement of those kinds of actions. Does that lower my vibrations? Is that something that is helpful or right? Or am I to take the higher road regardless of how I feel in terms of physical safety?
It all depends. If you feel that you need to protect your energy, it's extremely important that you do so. So therefore, you only work with the people that you feel comfortable and their values align with your values.
Thank you.
Once you feel strong enough, you can start by treating those people, and maybe they're gonna learn from you, maybe not. But your job right now is not to change somebody else's perspective. Your job right now is just to help whoever is in the same alignment like you are right now, because they are ready to do it.
That's where that message came from. You were speaking to me. I
Yes,
was
it
sitting with
was.
it and meditating on what would be the healthiest boundaries for my energetic and physical protection. And that's I said all of those things in a video when I announced it because I felt it in my bones that for protection of my energy, my mental health, and my sense of physical well-being, I will not work with somebody who operates from that space. For that reason, but also for the reason that I don't feel that I'm here to change minds. I'm not trying to change somebody's mind. I'm here to teach people who resonate with the messages so they can grow. I'm not here to fight. I'm here to help people who resonate to grow.
And you said it yourself, fighting lowers your vibration.
Came from
You are
you.
here to give love. So resonating with the people that you're gonna work with is the best choice.
That was you. You have been speaking actively to me.
I was.
Yes. I will journal more. I promise you. My energy, I it feels heavy. And I've been having this pain up and down the left side of my body. I've been having chronic headaches. And I'm really just struggling with my physical health because the weight of the energy of the world and within my personal life is it's so great that I wake up feeling bulldozed. And I've been trying to do the self hypnosis to resolve that so I can teach these things that you're giving me and have the energy to really put forth those lessons the way that I feel drawn to teach. And it feels like it gets to that point where I feel like I can't. So I take a step back for a day or two, but the pain in my body and my jaw, my gums, my teeth, there's pain coming from things that are I know are nerves and it feels like I'm not reaching quite what I want to in self-hypnosis. What would you teach me about that and enhancing my how I do self-healing? Or like how would I achieve the level of help that I feel like I need to do that work?
I feel that you, even though you protect yourself because you have so much empathy, you are absorbing a lot of energy. It's very common among healers, even if they deny it. So the left side of the body is the female energy. You work with a lot of female. So you are absorbing in a way all of their burdens becomes your burden. And a lot of healers don't do it on purpose. It's just a weight off because we have so much empathy. What I want you to do is, if you have a bathtub, I want you to put sea salt and lavender oil, and I want you to go there at least once a week to do a sea salt bath for 20 minutes.
Yes, sir.
And I want you to do that because the sea salt has the capability of releasing any stuck energy or anything that doesn't serve your body, help you with inflammation.
But what about my jaw and my teeth? Like I feel like the nerves have reached my jaw to where it
I'm
hurts.
about to talk about that. So the jaw and your teeth, that mean that you have so much that you want to say that you can at times. You are not able to express everything. And that's what I want you to start writing your book. That's basically is telling you that you need to start putting all those feelings into words.
I do feel like when I try to go to write, I get paralyzed because there's so much information. I don't know how to organize it. What do I say first or second? There's so much.
Well, I want you to start with your first experiences when you started your work. How did you start your job first? How did you get into hypnosis? What experiences made you to reach to that point of hypnosis? Once you do that, I want you to start remembering all your first hypnosis and start going from there forward and start working maybe on the word that impacted you the most. So the secret is to start little by little, maybe 1 hour a week, 2 hours a week.
Okay.
So you don't overwhelm yourself, but you have so much information that is basically is wanting to come out of your mouth and is manifesting as faith.
Mm, got it. And the headaches?
You think too much, girl.
I do think too much. I know.
She's
Damn it.
not bad. I'm talking about you have so many great ideas, but when we have so many great ideas, it can become overwhelming.
I know. That's the product of being neurodivergent, Bartholomew.
Yes, I know. Yrma is the same way. So
Ah,
totally overthinking, but I want you to put those ideas into writing.
yes, sir. Are
Okay.
you gonna help me write this?
Yes, of course.
Good. Good. Okay,
And
that's
come in your dreams. Remember, before you go to bed, I want you to set an intention of what kind of information you want me to help you with. And at the end of the day, the next day when you wake up, it's going to come to you.
okay. So set the intention before I go to bed, the information I want. You'll relay through my dreams, and then I wake up and journal and relay.
Yes. And don't worry, you remember the dream or not. It's just going to come to you as a knowing.
It's just
You're
gonna
going
come
to
out.
think it's your idea, but it's not. It might be mine and your idea too.
Got it. My idea too. Thank you. That's fun to have
Of
that
course,
kind of
the two of us.
the two of us. That's the whole point of our work together. Do you have anything else for me lessons wise today?
Yes, I want you to start the meditation groups, please.
Yes,
I
sir.
cannot emphasize this is very, very important. Maybe it's self-hypnosis, meditation for self-love and self-love all over the world. That it would be extremely important.
Yes, sir. I will do that. I will get on it right away. I promise you, Bartholomew. I will get
Wonderful. And blessings.
blessings. I'm so happy to connect with you. And so this is spiritual lessons. So you're wearing the purple cloak today?
Yes.
And then what was the other cloak again?
Red,
And what's the red one?
protection,
Protection. And then what about the green one that I saw when I first met you? What does the green mean?
healing.
Healing. That makes sense. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Red is a powerful color. You can wear a red string.
And so as I start to get this organized, and to help me out with this, are you able to help me to release that energy to get some of this pain out of my body?
Ask Yrma. She'll do it for you.
Of course, I enjoy working with her. Anything else, Bartholomew?
Yes, I want you to watch your diet. I don't feel that you are drinking enough fluids.
I
Like
always think that I am, and I'm never drinking enough water. I always feel
when it comes to like hydration, you might be drinking, but I feel that you are not hydrated enough. So I want you to start maybe drinking coconut water. It has a lot of minerals in there. So I want you to do that because I feel also the headache is coming from there. You are not hydrated enough.
Whew, thank you, Bartholomew. Yes, I'll get coconut water or find some way to help me. I chug a lot of water and I never feel like I'm actually finally hydrated. I
Yeah,
always
not enough. You need minerals. Coconut water. It has
mineral.
a lot of minerals and it's hydrating.
Got it. That perfect. Is there anything remaining lessons wise for now?
Yes, I want to send blessings to everyone here. Never lose faith. I know you guys are going through difficult times, but believe me, we can make a shift, we can make a change.
Can you please tell us, do you I know there's going to be different perspectives, but even from the extraterrestrials, but do you see us being on track towards meeting that window for shifting before things get worse than they are?
Yes,
You
meditation, through meditation.
through meditation. Do
Yes.
you see us heading in the right direction towards that?
Yes, if we do the meditation, we can do many things.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So you seem to have a brighter perspective that we will pull this off and that we
Yes.
will meet that window.
Yes.
Thank you for that added, Bartholomew. It's always a joy. Thank you for being willing to work with me. Did you know it was going to be me after Dolores, or did that come as a surprise?
No, I knew it was you made a contract before coming into this war. It was part of your journey.
Can you tell me more about that and how that came to pass, how that was decided on?
Okay, I will tell you so. I know you went through a lot of difficult things in your life you chose before coming, and I know it's very, very difficult for people to understand why you choose horrible things in life, but it was part of your journey to take you where you are and be able to do this job. So you already agreed before coming into this Earth time, you agree to do this job. And unfortunately, with all the experiences that you have, it makes you for you to seek help for yourself and see all the changes that you can acquire to different modalities. And the best that really help you in your case is hypnosis. And that's what I want you to start doing hypnosis. But you are for sure you are following the work of Dolores Cannon.
So I am following as in
Yes,
succeeding Dolores Cannon.
yes,
That was the intention.
totally dictation, yes.
Did Dolores know? Was she a part of the decision making for me to be her
Oh
successor?
yes, she was. She's pointing with her hand, yes.
Can you tell me a little more about that?
She's very excited. She felt sad that she had to leave soon enough when all these changes happen. And even though she had a lot of people that are doing their job, not that many people can reach like you are doing with your personality, your energy. So that's what they said. She chose you.
She chose me.
You guys agree before coming here for you to be able to take on her job to the level that she had it before she passed.
Dolores chose me. She knew
Yeah.
that I could do the job and chose me to be her successor.
So the job is not going to be done only in the United States. You're going to go and travel in different areas of the world, the different settings to be teaching this modality.
And were you there when this whole plan was made?
Yes, I was there.
You were in the discussions? So it
Yes, I
was
was.
you, me, and Dolores?
Yes.
Was anybody else there?
God and all your guides.
That was a collective decision. Yeah.
Yeah. Always collective.
Is there a reason why in this contract it couldn't have been to where Dolores and I more so overlap? Like, couldn't have physically worked together? Why could she not have lived even a few years longer to where we might have even met on Earth?
Because that was part of her journey. She had to live at the time that she had to live.
Yeah.
She accomplished a lot, and it was time for her just to go to somewhere else.
Yeah. I understand. Thank you so much for telling me all this, Bartholomew. It really means a lot to understand more of my genesis and why me in a good way, obviously. I promise you I'm going to follow through on these assignments. They will be done, and I will create that meditation group right away.
Beautiful.
And is it okay if we shift one more time to now Dolores before I bring Yrma up?
Yes.
Is Dolores there?
Yes, I'm here.
There's that voice change. Dolores, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Fangirling over you too, mentor. So
I'm
you
so
knew.
happy. I'm so excited, beyond excited that you continue my job. I had to leave because it was part of my journey. However, you have all the qualities that I wanted to have in somebody to be able to continue my work. And what that one, by that I mean by books, writing books, and also teaching.
And that's why I feel drawn towards it. Bartholomew's not the only one that's been speaking to me, is he?
No, you have
You
other people speaking to you you are not aware of.
others who are speaking.
Bartolomeo, me, but other guides.
So Bartholomew, do you
Bartolomeo, me, I come to you, and other two guys also, they come to you
other two guys? Who's the other
with
two guys?
ideas, with ideas that come to you about your writing. They're also basically they are like your spirit guides.
Who are my spirit guides?
One is a female with long, long hair, all the way to her knees, white platinum heart. And the other one is a male energy.
And what are their jobs? So their job is ideas?
Ideas, protection, comforting you when difficult situations arise in your life. The female is on your right and the male is on your left side.
Incredible.
And what they said, sometimes they come to you, you are sleeping, they touch you gently in your body.
I didn't know that. I don't think I didn't realize them. I mean, I hear your voice. I hear Bartholomew. I do hear other voices. I guess I just didn't realize it was them when I think about it, looking back.
Many times we talk to you and you think you're talking to yourself.
I think I'm talking to myself and I'm not.
No,
Ah, I see. Even when I joke about talking to myself in the shower, I'm not talking to myself. I'm
you are there with you.
that's really that's really good to know. Dolores, do you have any lessons or messages for me that you'd like me to have as I move forward with this charge from Bartholomew, the group and whatnot? Do you have anything else that you would like for me to know while I have you today?
I want you to start teaching as soon as possible. I know you're extremely overwhelmed, but by little, to start just opening that channel for people to be able to connect with this teaching.
Yes, ma'am.
Even
And
important more than ever, a lot of people to be able to remember where they come from.
yes, ma'am. And so the idea with the seminars, I feel a bit overwhelmed doing like modules or other things, but you taught with seminars. So this is a good way to do the teaching.
Yes,
Okay.
because it's interactive. People are seeing you how you talk to the patient or to the client, so it's easier for them to remember and to be able to relate of as far as what kind of words to use when they are talking to their client.
You mean through even the
Yeah.
demonstrations
The
too when
demonstration, but also I would say also teachings with papers, written papers is very important.
right?
But I don't want you to overwhelm. Start with little, with something small but good, and then move into the next step.
Yes, ma'am.
There's no need to rush right now.
I won't rush, I promise you. I'm slowing down. I'm making progress on slowing down instead of being a wild banshee. So okay. Yes, ma'am. And then from there, and that's just like what you did. So I really am taking over your job.
Yeah.
Because writing books like you did, doing seminars and teaching, and lecture series and demonstrations is exactly what you did when you were living and doing the teaching.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
really have taken your job.
Yes, you have, and I love it.
Good. Well, you did choose me for this and you knew what you were doing.
Yes, and I want you to do it.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want you to give up. It might be extremely challenging at times because it can be overwhelming, but I want you to press on and continue doing it.
Yes, ma'am. And do you have anything for the collective? We have a large group watching right now and listening. What do you have to say to them, Dolores?
Yes, I do have feel that a lot of people here in this group are having stomach issues,
Mm,
which is the solar plexus digestion of emotions. So I want you to set an intention and a small intention just to release anything that doesn't serve you well at this time. Any anger, depression, anxiety, hopelessness, just releasing those energies, not only from the center of your power, your solar plexus, but from anywhere in your physical body. I want you, everyone here in this group, at the end of the night, I want you to visualize like a cold shower flowing your body from top to bottom and releasing any emotions, anything that doesn't serve you well. You have the power to do a lot of things themselves, but more so than ever, it's very important to clear your energy field at night, in the morning, in the middle of the day. Unfortunately, we're being psychically attacked continuously because they are lowering our energy and vibration, and you have to be so proactive in taking care of your energy field.
got it. This is why the meditation group is as important as the teaching.
Yes.
I gotta move into this as much as the rest. With all of this, and I must ask, because I will stay on this as much as needed. Um, but on that human side of being able to hold up and supporting myself financially, even as things collapse, do you have any word for me on keeping afloat as I go to do this?
Don't worry, you will be provided. When you
I
feel you don't have money, it will come to you because you have a mission. You have a good energy, you have a high energy, things will come your way. So I don't want you to worry about money. I just
Ye-
want you to worry about the teachings and helping humanity with the teaching.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Dolores.
You're welcome. Blessings all.
Blessings, Dolores. We love you and we do miss you on our human level. We do miss you. You left a beautiful mark on this world, one that I'm glad to leave my own on, but you have a special, unique mark that you left through your books, your lectures, your teachings that are meaningful to all of us. And speaking for myself brings huge smiles to my face, hearing your voice of the time being here, hearing you now, how much it means to me, how much it means to us. You continue to be precious to us as we remember who you were when you're physically here, and as we visit with you now and in the future. You're very special and you are so loved, Dolores.
Thank you, my dear.
I'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Yes, ma'am. And now, Yrma, I'd like you to follow me up as we go. And on the count of 10, you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over, just as though you've had a nice nap, a nice sleep. You will feel truly rested and refreshed. And anytime you do anything like this in the future, it it will always be an enjoyable experience. And remember, these levels of peace and relaxation that you reached has set a new bar. That bar will not change through the course of your life, regardless of what happens. You will be able to maintain that peace and that relaxation as your mind and body naturally rejects anything that doesn't meet that bar or better. You are better for it. Now follow me up as we go, and on the count of 10, you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over. And 1, 2, your blood is beginning to circulate a little faster as you're beginning to wake up now. 3, 4, becoming aware of the sounds in the room and the sounds outside of the room. Very much aware now because you're becoming oriented now back into this time and place. It is September the 10th. It is Wednesday. It's 6:07 p.m. PST, and you just had a very interesting experience. And 5, 6, beginning to move around now, beginning to move around as it gets very tiring laying in one position like that. Very tiring. And 7, 8, beginning to rise up now, beginning to rise up. And 9, 10, wide awake, and feeling wonderful all over. And Yrma, you do feel wonderful all over, don't you?
Oh, yes. Feel good.
My friend,
Oh my
that was
God.
glorious.
Gosh. Ah,
How are you
I'm sorry
feeling?
about my accent, guys. Having heavy accent.
Why are you apologizing? We understand your accent and we love you.
I hope everybody enjoyed the session. I don't know if they have any answers. You know, at the end of the session, Dolores told me something else. Gosh.
What did she say? What did she say? Tell us.
Okay, she said she also you need to teach about the soul trap incarnation.
Yes.
Are you aware of it?
No, but I'll find out from them. Soul
Yeah,
trap.
we'll talk about it. I mean, I can explain to you now or later. Don't worry about it. I mean, she just kind of explained to me what it is.
What did she say?
Okay, so we reincarnate. We come here for many, many lifetimes. We passed away. We meet our beings or people that passed away, and then we go our life review, and then they say you have to come back and fix whatever. Basically, we never get our life right because basically they want us to come back. The dark beings want us to come back here and feed off of those energies. So no matter what we do, it's always we're coming back into another lifetime to make it better, and it's going to be always difficult. So only less than 1% of people are able to go to the other side because it's very tough to be a human.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So basically what she's saying is try to keep again our energy and vibration. And it's not easy, let me tell you. It's not easy to be human. I'm a healer like you. It's just we're living challenging times. I never thought in my life living what we're living right now. It's like a nightmare, like a daily nightmare. It's
Yeah.
weird. Yes.
Yeah, I understand. So, in the persistence that we were encouraged all along by Bartholomew and Dolores, and even the entities that we saw on that other planets, the extraterrestrials, to maintain in the work towards love, and higher vibrations, to maintain that regardless of the evil or the rage baiting or
Yes.
anything that is going on. It's like that whole thinking, instead of wishing for somebody, even though they're so evil and you feel so deeply impacted by their actions, to choose to
Mhm.
ask, what can I learn from this, as opposed to wishing. So we don't change timelines further or feed into it, that no matter how hard that is, we have to we we have to maintain those steps towards love and higher vibrations.
Yeah, and that's what they say a lot.
They
Observe, do not
want it to go the
absorb.
other way.
I like that. Observe, do not absorb. It's easy said than done.
Observe and don't absorb, and then don't fall for it, because basically all of that evil that we hear, we're basically falling for rage baiting.
Yes.
Not just rage baiting us and how we on things like we see like with the internet, they're rage baiting us spiritually to want to come back with a vengeance, getting out of that fear and anger to
Yes.
have. Yeah.
Like a trap, it's just we're continually being bombarded.
Yeah.
It's just,
Spiritually
it's
and
like today, I was totally in shock what happened to the guy. It's not that I wish him bad, but I'm not surprised either because there is so much anger right now.
I think I made it clear in my own videos too. I
Yeah.
wasn't glad that Charlie Kirk died. I was not glad at all. As a matter of fact, I was horrified. I felt a kind of grief that I didn't think I could feel for somebody who has been so evil in his
Hmm.
life. But I don't wish that on him. And that is not the point of fighting for gun reform,
Yes,
is to want
exactly.
somebody from either side to go. I think it gets more challenging because now I'm realizing too through those lessons is that it's different when you're celebrating somebody who's clearly dying of natural causes.
Exactly.
You
Hmm.
don't see me calling for somebody to unalive Trump. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying for him to
Hmm.
go in unnatural ways. He needs to be removed from office. He needs to learn
Hmm.
his lessons. Other things need to happen. I've never once called for somebody to make an action, and it seemed like it might have been a different thing. Well, why wouldn't that be an okay thing? If you feel very harmed by the actions of this person, this leader who causes all these harmful policies, why wouldn't it be okay to say, well, since he is clearly going of natural causes, well, good. I'm not going to mourn. Who's going to mourn the wicked? Not that I'm going to
Hmm.
mourn over him, but also trying to maintain that fine line of not wishing it either, which is challenging.
Exactly. Hmm.
That's very challenging. I fail at it because what overtakes me is I have loads of pain,
Hmm.
people that are influenced by him because of my own experiences. You have your experiences, and everybody in the chat has their experiences that were all led by all like
Yeah,
head.
it is hard. It's very challenging. Believe me, no, I don't want anybody to feel that we're over exaggerating. I've been here for 40 years. I'm from Peru, and I never imagined having to make a copy of my passport. I'm naturalized and having to be afraid to go out. I never been in this position.
Well, you're not going anywhere. If they try to come for you, I'm going to take you in my house and you're going to live with me.
My husband is a veteran. He said, don't better mess with him.
Girl, yeah.
But think about it, having to go out with my passport because, you know, they can't stop me because I have an accent. I look like Hispanic and I have to show my papers. And if they don't like me, they can take me for 2 days to ICE. That's the reality, you
We're
know?
not going to let ICE take you. If it came down to that, when I tell you I will leave in a heartbeat to go pick you up and have you stay in my guest suite, you do know you and your family always have a home with me, right?
Yes, thank you, my dear.
I mean, we'll talk about
Yeah,
that.
thank you. I really appreciate that. And it's also challenging because I think I have two friends that are healers and they are MAGA. God bless them. One of them totally understood how I feel, and she said, well, was not expecting him to do that. I totally support you. The other one gaslighting me all the time. Totally like my feelings being afraid are nothing. I could not, I got to the point that I wanted to stop talking to her. And then I said, you know what? I'm above her. I'm empathic. I care. So I feel sorry for her. So I see her and we don't talk about it, but I would never do what she did to me, basically gaslighting my feelings. So it's a learning lesson for me.
For me as well. I get gaslit all the time as an LGBTQ person.
Yeah.
Um, and somebody who's in a generation gap marriage, who's
Thank you,
choosing to
Ro.
be childless. I get it all the time, and it wears on me to the point where it almost feels impossible to stay above it, even for the purpose of vibrations, because I get so angry.
Yes.
You want to push back and you want to be like, okay, you know what? You need to leave this planet because that you've done enough. That's it.
Mhm.
That's enough. Go.
Yeah, and somebody posted, I stopped. I wish I could do that. They are healers, which is really weird. One has a tachyon, a pyramid for healer that connects to the Pleiadian. The other one said, so it's difficult for me to understand somebody that is in this job and not being connected, not having empathy or putting yourself in the position of somebody else. I mean, it's difficult for me. But
Irma,
I learned how to separate. I went through the process of anger, and then I kind of like I'm not talking to her that much, but I said, you know what? I'm totally disconnected. I see you whenever I have to see you, maybe once a year, twice a year, but it wouldn't be somebody that I want to see all the time because of that.
right. Irma, I love you dearly and respect you. And I love that we found out how we are related energetically and in our work, our connection together. It makes me happy because I love you that much. So
Thank you too.
learning
Thank
more
you, my dear.
just brings joy to my face and to my heart, my entire
Mhm.
fucking being. And I would like to plan time with you soon privately because I want to, as I'm planning out these seminars, I want to meet with you to train you privately. So that way, if you
Mhm.
want to work on how to do that for the Hispanic community in Spanish and start getting it in other languages, you'll be
Mhm.
able to both practice and teach. I know we talked about that. You felt drawn towards that as well. That way, simultaneously,
Thank you. Yes, so I would like to do that.
and
We
no
need also a lot
charge.
of
We're
healing.
just working as partners. You're my partner
Mhm.
in this. So I really need to I would really would when you're ready, let's work together soon so I can get you set up to both practice.
And for everybody to know, I just met Shae about 3 months ago when I saw you first in TikTok because I felt a connection to you. I see a lot of people doing past life regression, but I go, no, there is something about Shae, and I had a session with her, so we really click. Yes.
Like a lot. We do. And we now know more why. Thank you for doing this. I know there'll be more times in the future as you want to come back and we learn more. Maybe we can plan to do a check-in time, give it a couple more months closer to the end of the year. It sounds like there's changes coming in November. So if you feel like you're up to it and you want to do this again, say somewhere in October to see where we're at.
Yes. Okay, sure. Yeah, we can do it. Just let me know. Yes, of course.
All right. Thank you all so much for
Bye,
coming.
everybody. Blessings, protection. Please clean your energy. You need to do that to
Yeah.
feel good.
Yep. Listen to Irma, Dolores, Bartholomew, and all of the wonderful extraterrestrials that joined us tonight. And go clear your energy, set your intentions, journal, and I will update you guys on the support group, the meditation groups, and everything else. Um,
Thank you. Good night, everybody.